Hello everyone. Please look at this picture and tell me what can you see? So this is what we call sweets. And here are some fruits. We also have some vegetables and dairy, something that is made of milk. And here we have meat and some eggs. And the last section is bread and grains. But do you know how do we call all of it? It is food. So let's say it together. Food. 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 So let's learn the names of some of the vegetables. Please look here. What are they? They are tomatoes. 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 And these are cucumbers. 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 So let's say one more time. Tomatoes, cucumbers. So now, if you see that image does something like this, you say tomatoes. So are you ready? Let's go. Okay, now let's look at this picture. They are eggplants. 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 So can you tell me what color are eggplants? Nice. Now what about these vegetables? Okay, they are potatoes. 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 Okay, so one more time. Eggplants. Potatoes. Okay, so are you ready? Now, let's talk about the meat. And first, look at this. Do you know which animal is it? Yes, it is a pig. But for pig's meat, we call it pork. 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 Okay, do you know what's that? It is a chicken. Yes, so chicken is like for hen or rooster. For their meat, we call it chicken. 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 And last one here is a cow. So for cow's meat, we call it beef. beef, beef. Okay, so now if you see an arrow like that, you say, for example, pork. So are you ready? Let's go. Okay, now let's talk about grains. So in this section, do you know what's this? Right you are. This is rice. 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 And you can also see some oatmeal. 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 Okay, so let's say together, rice. Rice. Oatmeal. Oatmeal. And what are these? Right, they are noodles. 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 And last one what we have is bread. 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 So let's say together, noodles. Noodles. Bread. Bread. Now it's time to play. So please listen to what I say. All of the cards are on the floor. Now please look at the purple number. If it shows tomatoes, cucumbers, or eggplants, you need to touch them with your left hand. If it's showing potatoes, chicken, or pork, you touch them with your left foot. For red, rice, oatmeal, or noodles, you touch them with your right hand. Bread and beef, you touch with your right foot. For number 6 in red, for sing, so you will sing any song that you like. So are you ready? Let's go. What do you have for lunch? What do you have for lunch? You can answer this question with I have what for lunch. I have for lunch. For example, right now, you can see my lunch. So for lunch, I have meatballs. Meatballs. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. And eggplants. Eggplants. So I have meatballs, mashed potatoes, and eggplants for lunch. I also have a cheesecake for lunch. I have a cheesecake for lunch. Later, I will show you how to bake this cheesecake. But right now, I would like to know, what do you have for lunch? So who can try? It's lunchtime. Finally, I'm hungry. What do you have for lunch? I have beef and noodles for lunch. What about you? I have eggplants and rice for lunch. Now, please listen and repeat after me. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime. Finally. Finally. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. What do you have for lunch? What do you have for lunch? I have for lunch. I have for lunch. What about you? What about you? I have for lunch. I have for lunch. Now, please work in pairs and make your dialogue. Okay, now let's bake a cheesecake. So let's see, what do we need? First, we need flour. Flour. Sugar. Sugar. Butter. Butter. And for filling, we need cottage cheese. But it's difficult to find in China, so you can use cream cheese. Cream cheese. You can use, or if you don't want to, you don't need to, but you can use vanilla. Vanilla. Then we need baking soda. Baking soda. And again some sugar. sugar, eggs, eggs, salt, salt. Okay, now let's see the process. Step 1. Add cream cheese, salt, baking soda, sugar, vanilla, and eggs. I used only 3 eggs. Step number 2. Mix all of the ingredients until you get the smooth texture. Step 3. Add flour, sugar, cut the butter, and add it. Step 4. Mix all of the ingredients with your hands. Step 5. Put the dough and a filling in the mold. Now put more dough on the top of the cheesecake. Step 6. Bake the cake. Step 7. Let it cool down. Cut it. Enjoy your cheesecake.